Hey, Viking fans, what does a love letter sound like to an NFL player? You're about to find out next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skol brothers and sisters. This is Skol World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skol World. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment. Allow me to Hulk smash the YouTube algorithm. Get more Viking content out there, not less. Let's Skol. Hey, you may be asking yourself, what is a love letter to an NFL player? Well, it's just me showing my affection for the years of service that this man in purple, Adam Thielen, has put forth for us to appreciate, and I want to honor that today. We know his situation. I'll talk about that at the end, but for right now, we're going to talk about Adam Thielen, the Minnesota Viking we all know and love, man. Here's a picture of his family and him. I don't know who did this, but it's awesome. But Adam Thielen, he puts his family out there. I remember seeing him playing catch with his oldest son, getting him ready for the NFL. His wife's certainly a big supporter of his. She's very vocal, often cryptic on Twitter. And every wife should support their husband like Mrs. Thielen does. I can appreciate that. I think every one of us can. And Adam Thielen has been nothing but a loyal NFL player for the Minnesota Vikings. I appreciate you 100%, man. And let's talk about Adam Thielen, Minnesota Viking. All right, Skol brothers and sisters, hop on the Wayback Machine. I'm going to take you on a journey in the life and history of Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, born August 22nd, 1990, is a professional American football receiver for the Minnesota Vikings in the National Football League. He played college football at Minnesota State Mankato and signed with the Vikings as an undrafted free agent in 2013. Thielen holds several NFL records, including 8 straight games over 100-plus receiving yards and 74 receptions in the first half of the season. That's actually pretty incredible. I forgot about that one. Early years. Born in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota to Pete and Jane Thielen, Adam Thielen grew up rooting for the Vikings and idolized Pro Football Hall of Famer wide receivers Chris Carter and Randy Moss, and would wear their Vikings jerseys while practicing in the backyard as a child. He attended Detroit Lakes High School, where he participated in 4 sports: football, basketball, baseball, and golf. In football, he helped lead the Lakers to 9-1 season and was an all-conference and all-state selection in his senior year. That same year, he also was a member of the Detroit Lakes golf team that won a 2008 2A state championship. Adam Thielen has a potential career in professional golf. He is that good. College career. Following high school, Thielen took his talents to Minnesota State University Mankato. After redshirting the 2008 season at Minnesota State Mankato University, Thielen played in 9 games and caught 21 passes for 252 yards and a touchdown as a freshman in 2009. As a sophomore in 2010, he started in all 11 games, and was named Minnesota State's sorry, I'm recovering from my trip and I'm getting a sinus infection. 11 games, was named Minnesota State's Offensive Player of the Year in addition to all NSIC South Division second team after he led the team with 41 receptions and 686 yards and 6 touchdowns. 2011, he started all 12 games and was a second team all NSIC South Division selection. For his second straight seasons, he hauled in 62 passes for 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. On offense, and also handed kick returns, 3 kicks for 77 yards, and a score on a punt return duties, 22 punts for 217 yards. During the 2012 season, Thielen became the main target for Minnesota State's passing attack and was again the team's starting kick and punt returner, helping the Mavericks to a 13-1 record as he advanced the NCAA semifinals. He led the Minnesota State receiving corps with 74 receptions for a total of 1,176 yards and a 15.9 average, and 8 touchdowns. For his efforts, Thielen was named NSIC South Division All NSIC First Team, the Daktronics, who I used to work for, which is cool, Super Region number 3 second team, and the Don Hansen Super Region second team. Thielen finished near the top of several career receiving categories after his 4 years at Minnesota State, including finishing second in receiving yards, 2,802, second receptions, 198, and third in touchdowns, 20. As a Maverick, he notched 5 100-yard receiving games, including a career-high 167 against Southwest Minnesota State in 2012. The thing I find out kind of crazy about his college career, because he wasn't a touchdown machine in college, but for a while there, he became one in the NFL, which is pretty awesome. Thielen did not receive an invitation to perform in the 2013 NFL Combine, but he did attend the Regional Combine in Chicago in March, where he performed well enough to warrant an invitation to Super Regional Combine held in Dallas, Texas in April. There he showcased his athletic ability, completing the 40-yard dash in 4.45 seconds and impressing the 3-cone drill with a 6.77 second, a mark that would have placed him in the top 20 at the NFL Combine. This is elite. This is pretty good, man. Well, the 3-cone drill is pretty elite. The 4.45 second, yeah, it's pretty good. And this is the point where he said he knew he was an NFL player, or he was capable, was when he did a 4.45. I think I seen 4.49, but this is reporting as a 4.45. Now, 2013, after going undrafted in the 2013 NFL Draft, Thielen attended a rookie tryout and evaluation session at Winter Park, the Minnesota Vikings. On May 6, 2013, and the Minnesota Vikings signed Thielen to a 3-year, $1.48 million contract in an undrafted free agent. On August 31st, 2013, the Minnesota Vikings waived Thielen as part of their final roster cuts, along with 18 others. But he was signed as a practice squad the next day. He saw some preseason action as a Vikings wide receiver on special teams. After a strong preseason performance, both offense and special teams, Thielen earned a spot on the 53-man roster to start the 2014 campaign. We're in 2014. He's not on the practice squad. He made the 53-man roster. Awesome. Thielen made his NFL debut, the season opener on the road against the St. Louis Rams on September 9th. In Week 5, he caught his first NFL pass in the Vikings' 42-10 road loss against the Green Bay Packers, finishes the game with 4 receptions for 57 yards and led the team in receiving. He was named NFC Special Teams Player of the Week after he scored his first NFL touchdown on a special teams play, which he blocked Carolina punter Brad Norton's kick and returned the ball 30 yards to the end zone. This was an awesome play. Thielen briefly held the record for the longest blocked punt return for a touchdown in franchise history, but was beaten later in the second quarter with a 43-yard from Everson Griffin, as the Vikings had 2 blocked punts returned for touchdowns in the game. In Week 17 against the Chicago Bears, Thielen scored his first receiving touchdown on a 44-yard pass from quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, which was he promptly gave the ball to his wife, then fiance Caitlin. Oh, the love story begins. But yeah, for the season, Thielen totaled 8 catches for 137 yards, 17.1 average, and a touchdown on offense. Also a special teams ace, Thielen was named to the All-Pro Special Teams Kick Return Unit and was named All-NFC North Special Teams Player of the Year by Pro Football Focus after he finished tied for second in the team in special teams tackles with 12, 9 of them solo. Here we are, 2 years into his career. He's already made some outstanding plays, and we still don't know what we have with Adam Thielen. Imagine what his stats would be right now if he was allowed to play in 2013 and 2014. Then 2015 comes along. In Week 4, Thielen hauled in a career-high 6 passes for 70 yards on the road, a game against eventual Super Bowl champions Denver Broncos. In the regular season finale, road game against Green Bay Packers on January 3rd, 2016 for the NFC North Division, the Vikings executed a fake punt during the first drive of the game, in which Thielen ran for 41 yards. He carried the ball another time for 26 yards, totaling 67 yards on 2 carries, and tied for his second in Vikings history for rushing yards in the game by a wide receiver with that effort. I think Cordell Patterson has number 1. He also had a 16 yards catch as the Vikings ultimately clinched the NFC North title. Then Thielen finished the season with 12 catches for 144 yards and a long of 30. In 2015, Thielen was honored as the Vikings Special Teams Player of the Year. His season special teams tackles tied for second on the team. 2013, 2014, 2015, still not a Viking, man. Still not a starting receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. And we were going through some receivers, man. What the hell? 2016 season. Stephon Diggs doesn't dress, then becomes a starter. This is the 2016 season where we get Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. The Stephon Diggs sidelined due to a groin injury, Thielen received the starting nod in his place for Week 5 against the Houston Texans. He broke 100 receiving yards in a game for the first time in his career, and he finished the game with 7 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown. And the Vikings lost to the Washington Redskins. In the Week 10, Thielen caught his second touchdown of the season on a 3-yard toss from Sam Bradford. Also carried the ball once for 11 yards. Thielen had a career day on December 24, 2016, and Week 16 lost to the Green Bay Packers with a 202-yard, 2-touchdown performance at Lambeau Field. His performance was just the 5th 200-yard receiving performance in Vikings history, and the 3rd that saw a Vikings receiver have at least 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. He had the most receiving yards by a Viking since Percy Harvin in 2011. Thielen needed only 40 yards receiving in the Week 17 Chicago Bears game to hit 1,000 yards on the season, and only once in the previous 6 games had he been held under 50 yards. However, he targeted only once for 7-yard gain to finish the season, 967 yards, giving the Vikings their first pair of Vikings receivers with 900 yards each, with Randy Moss and Chris Carter accomplished the feat. So he almost broke 1,000 despite not playing, a good chunk of the season. This is how good Adam Thielen was, and we wasted him early in his career. Man. Now, after having entered the 2016 as an underdog, Thielen ended up leading the Vikings with 967 receiving yards, while also adding a career-high 69 catches and 5 touchdowns. His 10 yards per target and 75% catch rate ranked the top 5 players among NFL wide receivers. Thielen dropped only 2 passes on 92 targets, according to Sporting Charts, and Pro Football Focus ranked him as the 18th best receiver in the league for his efforts. NFL.com named Thielen as the unsung hero for the Minnesota Vikings. Adam Thielen, man. 1, 2, 3, 4th, finally, season he gets a chance, only because Stephon Diggs gets hurt, who is a rookie, who also didn't get to dress the first couple games of the season. Adam Thielen, man, we wasted you. And I think if I had Adam Thielen on my show, I would ask him this question: who kept you on the team? Who kept you on the team, man? Who was the smart one that convinced management, convinced Zimmer to keep you on the team to where we got to find out how good you were? There's so many players littered in this league that just never got a chance. Adam Thielen, we almost did not have an Adam Thielen. Now, this is what Adam Thielen currently has, and all with the Minnesota Vikings, obviously. 534 receptions, 6,682 yards, 55 TDs, and 12.5 yards per catch. Still working on that sinus infection. Sorry, guys. I appreciate you while I struggle through this. This is where I rank Adam Thielen. I got Randy Moss number 1. I got Justin Jefferson number 2. And Chris Carter number 3. Now, someone's going to say, why do you have Chris Carter number 3? Because he openly admits that Justin Jefferson is better than him. So he also says he's better than Randy Moss. But because Randy Moss has not said Justin Jefferson is better than him. I'm going to put only Justin Jefferson above Chris Carter. Okay, so Chris Carter openly admits that Justin Jefferson is better than him, so I'm going to put him at number 2. And then we got Chris Carter, number 3. Anthony Carter, who was amazing. And if you were my age, I'm 49. I was a kid, but Anthony Carter was our Justin Jefferson back then. He was a guy 20 yards per catch. Guy is amazing. The 87 game against San Fran, man, this guy was amazing. This is the deal. This is the big deal. Now, I put Adam Thielen number 5 just because of how much he meant to Minnesota. I think I put a knock on the Minnesota Vikings for not starting him or not playing him year 2. Okay, I get it, year 1, but now you have him in year 2. Why are you not playing this guy? What do you not see in this guy? And what do you not see him in year 3? I thought it was year 3. I was mistaken. It was year 4 that he finally got a chance. We wasted 3 years of his career already. So we got Adam Thielen. I got ranked at number 5, man, as the 5th best wide receiver in Minnesota history, and I'm gonna put him over tight ends too. He's 5th. This is the top 5 guys who catch passes. Fight me on it. Adam Thielen, you're number 5. You're a Ring of Honor dude, man. You deserve it. You deserve it. And now what I'm going to talk about is Adam Thielen and his future with the team. Now, it was widely known that his wife Caitlin has basically said goodbye for him almost. And it's not Adam Thielen's fault. It's not his fault in any, and I haven't seen it because I don't follow it religiously. I haven't seen it, but apparently there has been some backlash on the family or his wife specifically. That is dumb stuff. That is hopefully a minority of Twitter, bullies. They're just idiots when it comes to that. This is not Adam Thielen's doing. This is management kicking the can down the road. He finally gets paid as a receiver, which he deserved. He deserved to get paid. But it put the future management, Kwesi, in a situation. 2023, he has a cap hit of 19 million, almost 20. Dead cap money if we release him, 13.5. A savings if we cut him of only 6,000 or 6 million or 6.4 million. So that's 2023. In 2024, 21 million. 21.6 million, man, of cap hit. Savings or dead cap is 7 million even. Savings is 14 million. And then 2025, basically a void year, 2,250,000 dead money, 2,250,000 savings 0 if we cut them then. But this is not good. You're saying, hey, why not trade him? There's no trade value here, unfortunately, because of the contract. If there was, it's going to be a low pick. And it's going to save us the same as cutting him. So, Adam Thielen, we would need to give him the respect he deserves and just cut him and then trade him. We deserve him more than that. We deserve to give him more than just and then trading him. If this is one of those situations where cutting him is much better for Adam Thielen than it is trading him. This means he gets to go where he wants. And he gets to choose his team, man. Adam Thielen deserves that. You screwed him for the first 3 years of his career. You kicked his can down the road. What is Adam Thielen going to say? No, it's already written in their contract about adjusting contracts or renegotiating them. he gets his money anyways. They just give him a lump sum and diffuse it over a few years, including 2025, where he was not even under contract. So that's the problem, man. That is the problem. Honestly, Adam Thielen's got more in the tank than we think. He's not given as a much of an opportunity now. Justin Jefferson is like the sole focus of the offense. There was not much else out there. There wasn't, double slant routes with the trailer. We don't do stuff like that, which I hope he corrects. Kevin O'Connell, that will give a second receiver more of an opportunity. Adam Thielen still was a number 2 receiver as far as receptions go in the league. He still has it, man. He still can play. He's just going to probably be playing on another team unless the Vikings do something, or if he takes an extreme salary cut, which, again, I don't think he does, but who knows. If they could come to some agreement and keep him on the team, but really what they would have to do is to correct the things that were a little bit off on the offense, that did not give a number 2 receiver a shot, that TJ Hawkinson came in and just gobbled up all those rest of those receptions. I think we got more left in Adam Thielen. I wouldn't mind him still being on the team. I could not justify this cap hit. Saving $6 million is still saving $6 million. I don't know. That money can go somewhere else. I feel like we have deep enough receivers still. And if we lose Adam Thielen, I'm a big Jalen Naylor fan. But I'm going to hate to see Adam Thielen go, man. I'm going to miss him. There's still a sliver of hope that he's still a Viking. For those are Adam Thielen fans like myself. But, hey, I'm realistic. I know that this is a obscene amount of money going to, 700 to 800 receiving yards. I was disappointed on his usage this year. Can Adam Thielen be partially to blame? Sure. Cousins, can he be to blame? Yes. Is KOC to blame? I think a lot of it revolves around KOC's offense and the way Thielen was used. I don't think second and third receivers got the time of day. I think the tight end got a hell of a lot of play. But again, I think it's a combination of the 3, KOC, Cousins, and Thielen. But the main reason why Thielen may not be back, probably not be back, is this cap hit. Adam Thielen, I love you. You're a Viking for life. Put that man on the Ring of Honor as soon as he retires. This is my love letter to Adam Thielen. I appreciate you every single day you wore purple. God bless, man. We saw it in you. I wish the Vikings saw it in you sooner. Love you, man. Adam Thielen, I'm out. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Skol Vikes.